Hi everyone, it's Vivi, and here's your weekly roundup of anime premieres, movies, and more. Ace of Diamond is coming back for a second season after the initial 2019 to 2020 run and will premiere April 2026. If you happen to be in Japan on March 10th, there will be an advanced screening of the first 2 episodes at Shinjuku Ward 9. The second season starts off during the Spring Invitational, and Sawamura finally gets to stand on the mound in Koshien Stadium. Now all he and the ChaO Baseball Club need to do is get the national title. If you like the Seven Deadly Sins anime, then you're in luck as they have announced a new launch date for the Seven Deadly Sins Origin game. It will now be released on PS5 and PC on March 16, 2026, and on mobile on March 23, 2026. The game is an open-world action RPG and focuses on a new storyline around Tristan, who is a son of Meliodas and Elizabeth. He will journey through Britannia and will discover a mysterious pendant called the Book of Stars. Along the way, Tristan will encounter companions and battle corruption and temporal anomalies while trying to restore his timeline. If you like cooking anime, then you'll be happy to know that Iron Walk John is getting an anime sometime in 2026. The story follows John Akiyama, a brilliant young chef who works at a top-class restaurant. He is constantly challenging Kiriko Gobancho, the granddaughter of the restaurant's owner. The two have differing views on cooking, with Kiriko viewing it as something that should be done with the customer in mind, while John believes cooking should be done for competition. As someone who loves cooking anime, I'm definitely going to give this a shot. After the manga was completed about 16 years ago, the popular shoujo manga Red River will finally be getting an anime adaptation in the summer of 2026. The anime follows Yuri, a present-day Japanese girl who seems to be getting everything she wants. However, her luck runs out when a hand comes out of a puddle and then pulls her into it, where she is teleported to an ancient village in the Middle East. Yuri must navigate dangerous politics in order to survive the world and hopefully find a way back home. Tadaima Ojamasaremasu will be premiering April 7th, 2026. This romantic comedy centers around 24-year-old Rinko, who is an office lady and closet otaku. After work, she likes to unwind by watching her favorite anime, but unfortunately, the neighbor to her right doesn't appreciate the noise and constantly bangs on her wall. When Rinko asks for help from her neighbor to the left, Akito Satsuki, the right neighbor somehow kicks her wall down, and to her surprise, she finds out that he is her favorite mangaka, Haruma Usada. In his continued rage, Haruma kicks down the other wall to Satsuki's apartment, which leads to a weird room share between the three neighbors. This seems silly and fluffy, so I'm looking forward to watching it. The final boss prince is somehow obsessed with the chubby villainess, Reincarnated Me, is getting an anime. There is no word on the actual release date yet. This isekai rom-com follows a protagonist who died of an illness and has reincarnated as Celine, the selfish, fat, villainous duchess and sister of the heroine in a popular novel. It's up to the reincarnated Celine to reform herself and find a peaceful happiness, but somehow she'll end up being followed by an obsessive yandere prince. I love isekai rom-coms. It is a guilty pleasure of mine, so I know I will at least be watching the first 3 episodes of this. Rainy Day Serenade, the time-traveling romance manga, has announced that an anime adaptation will be coming sometime in 2027. The story follows Hina, who somehow finds herself in 1907 Japan. When she arrives in a mysterious garden in her dream, a young man called Takaaki mistakes her for his fiancée Hinako. Unfortunately, when he brings her back to his home, Hina comes face to face with her doppelganger. Hina must figure out if this is all a dream, if this is reality, and what she can do to get back to her present time. Game Freak, the developer of the Pokemon game series, has released a trailer for their upcoming game, Beast of Reincarnation, along with a release date of August 4th, 2026. The game will be released on the Xbox Series X and S on Game Pass, PS5, and Steam. This action RPG will allow players to travel through a post-apocalyptic Japan, take down various monstrous beasts, and explore what it means to be human. ChaO is getting a North America release on April 10th in select theaters in Canada and the United States. The story follows Steven, a mild-mannered office worker who gets a sudden proposal from ChaO, a mermaid princess. Steven finds himself living with ChaO and, despite his initial misgivings, soon starts to open up and form a romance with her. The film won the jury prize at the Annecy International Animation Film Festival and was nominated at the 18th Asia Pacific Screen Awards. Ushiro no Shomen Kamui-san is getting an anime adaptation in in the summer of 2026. The story follows Shizuka, a high school girl who can see ghosts. She works as an assistant to the famous psychic Kamui and helps him exorcise ghosts, but they do so in an unusual way. Based on some initial research that I did, it looks like this is an ecchi manga, so I'm curious how it will be adapted, and I'm hoping there's a good amount of comedy mixed in with the ecchi. And that's it for this week's anime roundup. Let me know in the comments below what you're excited about, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you next week. Bye!